Hey guys, and welcome to Master the Russian Verbs. Today we will learn the past tense of Russian verbs. It's the time already because we know some verbs, so now we can practice by forming past tense out of them as soon as I explain to you how to form it. So I have good news for you. In Russian we have just one past tense. So if in English we would say I did, I was doing, I have been doing, even I used to do, in Russian we would use just one form. Я делал, I did, or it's for a man, or я делала if I'm a woman. Now I will explain to you why it depends on this gender. Because the only past tense, the form of it, actually we have four forms as you see, depends on the subject of a sentence. If the subject is a male, I would say, for example, работать, to work, I would say я работал if I'm a man. It means I worked. How do we form it? Well, for the majority of verbs that end with t, we simply take the infinitive form работать, we remove the ending t, and we add suffixes depending on gender of our subject, yeah? So, I will repeat, if I'm a man, I would say I worked or I used to work or I was working, I would say я работал. Он, he worked, он работал. Павел работал. Ты, if I'm talking to you, you are a man, I would say Дима, ты работал вчера? Дима, did you work yesterday? If I am a woman, I would say я работала вчера. I worked yesterday. Маша, ты работала? If I'm talking to a female person, I would ask it like this. Ты работала? If I'm talking about female person, она работала вчера. Моя подруга работала вчера. My friend, female friend, worked yesterday. For neuter words we would use this ending lo. Оно работало. Это работало. It worked. It used to work. You see, when lo is unstressed, it sounds like la, so it sounds like a feminine form. Оно работало. You hear? And if we are talking about plural, они, они работали, they worked. If I'm talking about us, we worked, I would say мы работали. Вчера мы работали. And I want to pay your attention here. Вы, you. If it's a polite question to one person, yeah, like did you work yesterday? If I'm talking to an older person, any polite form, I would say вы работали вчера, even if it's just one person. And plural the same, like you guys, did you work yesterday? Вы работали вчера, ребята? Did you work yesterday, guys? So вы form takes the ending li. Even if it's not plural, just formal to when you are asking your teacher, did you work yesterday? Вы вчера работали, Катя? Okay? It will be still li. Let's look at another verb, быть, to be. It's also very important. So we take off this t and we add our suffixes, our endings. I was. Я был, if I'm a man. Я был. Павел был. Мой друг был. My friend was. Я была. Катя была. Маша, ты была? Маша, have you been? Маша, ты была в Москве? Она была. She has been. Or she was. For neuter, it's оно было. Это было вчера. It was yesterday. Yeah, we would say it like this. Это было вчера. Plural. Были. Они были. Мои друзья были в Америке. My friends have been to Moscow. Мы были. We were. Вчера мы были на празднике. Yesterday we were on a holiday. On some celebration. And the verb делать, to do. If I'm a man, я делал. I did, I was doing, I used to do. If I'm a woman, я делала. Маша делала. Она делала. Маша, ты делала? Маша, ты делала домашнюю работу? Маша, did you do your homework? Оно делало. Это делала. Again, unstressed O sounds like A. And plural, они делали. Вчера мои друзья делали домашнюю работу. Yesterday my friends did their homework, were doing their homework. So, that's it about the verbs that end with T. But unfortunately in Russian we have the verbs that have another ending. For example, нуть, тонуть, to drown, or мочь, to be able, so the ending is ch. There are a few verbs like this. Also, there are verbs with the ending t, нести, to carry, and they will be formed the other way. Let's talk today just about the verbs that end with ch. Have to tell you, not all of them are formed like this, but we will take two verbs that are formed equally. So you get the pattern. There are other patterns, I'm sorry, but we will talk about it later. So, the very important verb мочь, to be able. To form it, we need to know the first form. I can, I am able. Я могу, могу. We see this letter G. What should we do? We remove the ending U. We are left with мог. Мог, which pronounced like мог, it will be our masculine form. I could or he could. Он мог. Я мог if I'm a man. For a feminine, we take this мог plus we add our suffix ла. Она могла. Я могла. Катя могла. Ты могла, Маша? Could you? Yeah, were you able to do something? Neuter могло. Оно могло. Это могло быть. This could be. You see, it could be. Оно могло быть. For example, I will give you some example of sentence. Раньше, before, я могла говорить по-английски. Before I could speak English. And maybe now I can't anymore. And plural могли. Раньше они могли понимать по-японски. Before they could understand Japanese. But they don't anymore. Yeah? Okay. And we will take one more verb, стричь, to cut. The same formation just to practice. Я, the first form, стригу. We remove U, we are left with стриг. It will be our masculine form. Он стриг. Павел стриг. Don't forget about the final devoicing. G sounds like K in both verbs. Она стригла. Катя стригла. Моя подруга стригла. My friend cut her hair. Моя подруга стригла волосы. Оно стригло. Это стригло. Rarely used. In general, neuter form is rarely used. And они стригли. Мои друзья вчера стригли газон. With this machine. They were cutting the grass in the yard. And finally, as a bonus, I wanted to give you two Russian very useful expressions that are used to ask someone politely to do something. In English, it can be translated as could you? Could you? In Russian, it will sound longer. So, could you in Russian, if we are asking politely, polite form, we have two forms, like asking informally, but still very polite, and asking formally, very polite. Could you do something? Не могли бы вы? We use this verb мочь in the past tense, plural, могли, like they could. Не могли бы вы? And we use this particle не in the beginning, which adds politeness, in fact. Не могли бы вы? Plus the verb in the infinitive, any verb. Не могли бы вы мне сказать? Could you tell me? Не могли бы вы мне показать? Could you show me? Не могли бы вы мне сделать? Could you do something for me? Не могли бы вы сделать это? Could you do it for me? Для меня. And when we are talking informally to our friend or person we know, we would say не мог бы ты, referring to a masculine person, male. Не мог бы ты? Could you? Or to a female person, we would say не могла бы ты? Could you? Маша, не могла бы ты дать мне книгу? Маша, could you give me a book? Паша, Павел, Паша, не мог бы ты дать мне ручку? Паша, could you give me a pen? So, не могли бы вы? Не мог бы ты? Не могли бы вы is also used for plural, like guys, could you help me? Ребята, не могли бы вы мне помочь? Okay, so in the next video we will look at the other verbs, but so far I offer you to do some exercise. You see the link for the video here, and there are the verbs we already learned. So try to form the past tense of these verbs and you will get a little story about the past. For example, what happened last night, yeah? What did you do last night? Or what your friend did last night, or your female friend did, or your friends did last night or Saturday night, okay? So try to practice its classical verbs with the ending t, use our suffixes, practice, and the past tense is not one of the most difficult in Russian. It's one of the easiest, in fact. When you get used to it, it's easy. Easy peasy. Okay, so we'll meet each other in Master the Russian Verbs. See you!